On this episode of Searching for History, we're in the White Tank Mountain Regional Park on the Waterfall Trail, heading towards Petroglyph Plaza. It's about 6 a.m. in the morning. It's supposed to be 115 degrees today, so we're out here early trying to beat the heat. Let's go find some petroglyphs. Well, there's all kinds of cacti out here. So this is the Sonoran Desert. What do you think of the Sonoran Desert, Erin?
I love the Sonoran Desert. It's really beautiful here.
How about you, Thora? What do you think of the Sonoran Desert? Thora thinks the Sonoran Desert's hot.
Yeah, I think her double coat doesn't quite help her here.
The two suns of Tatooine are rising.
There's all kinds of different wildlife down here. And Thora is learning about all the different kinds of birds and little lizards and all kinds of different things. And she's really curious about everything. So far, she hasn't seen a snake yet.
Yeah, well, I'd be happy if we don't see any rattlesnakes.
I hope not.
Our little star of the show. We've reached Petroglyph Plaza. So you can see on that large boulder out there that's been split in two, there's a petroglyph on the left. I mean, it looks like a zigzag pattern between two more or less parallel lines. Okay, let's see if we can find some petroglyphs right here. I'm thinking they should be all around.
I think up here on this boulder, there's some squiggly lines.
So this is quite an extensive petroglyph panel. So starting here on the left, you have kind of some vertical squiggles. And as we're moving to the right,
I think there's images of people here on this stone next to this little bush. You can see...
I mean, I see some circular shapes.
Circular shapes, and then there's some like stick figures.
Yeah,
see a line,
I guess I could see that.
And then arms and little legs. And then as you proceed down, there's 3 or 4 more.
Yeah, I can see that as people. Then you have various kind of shapes here. There's a smaller petroglyph area there that maybe has a person, but they're definitely abstract. It's hard to see what these are. One thing we're noticing is there were information panels out here, but now they're so faded that you can't read them anymore, which is too bad. So there's another boulder there with some petroglyphs on it. Oh, now way up there is actually pretty impressive, extremely large boulder. It's actually a series of boulders, but the one on the left there has some really awesome petroglyphs that just pop right out. See that, Erin?
Yeah.
I imagine that's what the information panel once talked about. Like I was saying, unfortunately, the information panels out here are faded, so there really isn't any information for us to go on. I don't know if this is the Sinagua people or not, but definitely the early people that lived in the Phoenix Valley. If you know which people created these petroglyphs out here, let us know in the comments below. I think this is what's called the Petroglyph Plaza.
Yeah.
So let's take one more look around, see if there's any other petroglyphs we've missed. Well, that was the extent of the petroglyphs. It's a pretty short hike up here, maybe 10 minutes at the most from the trailhead.
Yeah, it was great. And it's nice this time of morning on a hot day. It'd be nicer if it was a little cooler.
So it was a $7 day pass to come out to this regional park.
But the park itself is really beautiful. The landscape here is amazing. Out here in the Sonoran Desert, with all the cactus and all the wildlife here. I think the one thing I wish is that the panels weren't faded, so I could learn a little bit more about the petroglyphs themselves in their context.
The only panel that's somewhat readable is right here. Talks about a fragile legacy and preserving the spirit of peoples past and present. When the Spaniards arrived in the 1500s, they met many native peoples. Doesn't talk about who made these, though. Mm-mm. So any other impressions about the Petroglyph Plaza?
Well, there's an impressive collection of petroglyphs here. I love coming across petroglyphs. It's like trying to figure out an ancient code.
It really is. Definitely has meaning, but it's symbolic meaning, and appears to be quite abstract. Put there for spiritual reasons, but also potentially as a landmark.
Yeah.
You're entering certain tribes' territory.
Well, often it was to communicate that there was certain game in an area, or that a rainstorm had happened, or something tangible had happened.
Yeah, a chronicle of history.
Right.
I think there's lots of uses for petroglyphs.
Yeah.
That was our video on the Petroglyph Plaza. Hope you guys enjoyed it.
Don't forget to like, share, comment on this video, and please subscribe to Searching for History. Thanks for watching.
Hi. Hi.
Oh,
You hot? Are you a hot dog? Should we go back to the truck? Okay, let's go. Let's go to the truck. Take us to the truck.
let's go.
Take us to the truck.
She picks up the pace. She's like, yeah, I want to get in the truck.